In the horrific memories of astronauts, signs of extraterrestrial existence have been observed that are so terrifying and strange that astronauts are unable to describe them. If you want to know their memories, stay with me until the end of this video. 1. Floating. When it comes to space travel, the biggest fear for many is that as they struggle and claw through the air to reach the space station, they might drift further away from it and remain forever floating in the void, silence, and darkness of space. It's genuinely a frightening situation. An astronaut named Scott Parazynski was about to experience this fear. He was tasked with repairing a solar panel that had disconnected. The collision of the solar panel with the station could cause significant loss of life and property. During the mission, Scott was on the verge of eternal floating in space. 2. Impossible. In 1981, Vladimir Kovalyanok reported witnessing events during a space mission at the Salyut space station that shocked him. When he returned to Earth, he detailed every incident at a conference. He stated, "Many astronauts observe phenomena that transcend human experiences on Earth. I didn't talk about these things for 10 years. The event you are asking me about happened on May 5, 1981, around 6 p.m. during the Salyut mission. At that time, we were flying over southern Africa towards the Indian Ocean. I was doing gymnastics when I looked outside the window. There was something outside that I can't describe." Kovalyanok added, "I saw this thing, and then something happened that I cannot describe, something that is impossible according to the laws of physics. This object had a specific shape, elliptical, flying alongside us. From the front view, it seemed to be rotating in the direction of its flight. It was flying straight until an explosion-like event occurred. A beautiful golden explosion. That was the first part." He continued, "Then, about 2 seconds later, another explosion happened in another area, and 2 spheres appeared. They were golden and very beautiful. After this explosion, I saw only smoke and a white cloudy sphere, and once we entered the shadow of the Earth, I could no longer see them." Given the detailed and precise description and the fact that this story is told by an astronaut, it stands as one of the most documented pieces of evidence for the sighting of alien spacecraft. 3. Music in space. During the Apollo 10 mission in 1969, Thomas P. Stafford, John W. Young, and Eugene Cernan were sent close to the moon. This was the last mission before Apollo 11, which aimed to land on the moon. During this mission, they were capturing images of the Earth when they heard a very strange sound, a kind of music played with odd whistling. The mission commander, Thomas Stafford, expressed his astonishment, saying, "Wow, that sound was really strange. We need to investigate this." John Young replied, "No one is going to believe us, and it really is hard to believe. There isn't a clear explanation for this occurrence, and the closest explanation is that it was interference from Earth's radio waves, which did not resemble whistling or music." 4. Snake. Dr. Moskrew, with titles such as astronaut at NASA, holds over 6 academic degrees and has incredible skills in mathematics, making him a very credible witness. In an interview, he stated that during his 2 space missions, he encountered beings that still astonish him. He mentioned seeing several live space snakes that were about 6 to 7 feet long, appeared to have a rubber-like body, and slowly followed their spacecraft for a long time. 5. Tap tap tap. Yang Liwei was the first Chinese man to travel to space in 2003. This was a significant record for him that led to his fame. However, there was another incident that also brought him recognition. The story goes that Yang was alone in his capsule until he heard the sound of tapping against the walls of the spacecraft. He guessed someone was outside, so he looked out but saw no one. He then explained the incident to specialists, who were shocked and had no explanation for the event. Some believe the sound could have been due to the expansion and contraction of the spacecraft in space. The last and strangest memory. Secret communications. In 1975, the former head of NASA's communication systems, Maurice Chatelain, published a book. In it, he told a frightening story about the moon landing mission, claiming that moments before Armstrong stepped onto the moon, 2 UFOs appeared overhead, and Edwin Aldrin managed to take some photos of them. Some of these photos were published in Modern People magazine in 1975. This incident occurred exactly during a 2-minute radio silence when no sounds were broadcast from the program. It is said that this silence was a form of censorship, as Edwin reportedly said, "These guys were big, sir, really big. Oh my God. You won't believe it." Of course, all these statements are rumors and have not yet been confirmed. Neither the images of the spacecraft nor the recorded sound of Edwin has ever been released. Have you ever thought about the challenges of space travel? Do you think these memories are real or fabricated?